Hi guys, I'm Manthan. Um, the objective of this session is to ensure that you're able to connect your phone to PC and track the Adobe Analytics server calls going out. It is a little different than how we do it on web usually. This would ensure that you are able to trace everything that is being sent out from your mobile. However, we would focus on what is being sent out by specifically the apps which are using Adobe Analytics and what is being sent as a part of server call to those apps. Uh, for the demonstration purpose, what I will be doing is I'll be connecting my phone to a Windows app called Connect. As you can see here, this app will ensure that it gives me a view to let you able to see what I do in my phone. This just for this video purpose. You don't need to do this. So those are the objective of what I'm going to present here today. What you need for accomplishing this task would be an Android phone, since I'm considering the use case of Android. However, with certain tweaks, you could do it using an iPhone as well or any other operating system phone. You'll need a Windows machine with Charles Debugger installed on it. I'm using Charles Debugger. There are other third party debuggers you might want to use. However, Charles Debugger is the simplest and it proves to trace everything that goes out in a good manner. So I've been using this. The URL for the installation has been mentioned there. If you Google it, the very first link will be the same. Also, the mandatory part is the very last point wherein your phone and PC should be on the same Wi-Fi network. So for example, my PC here is connected to the Wi-Fi network called Manthan. My phone is also connected to the Wi-Fi network called Manthan. And in order to for me to able to show you that, I'm showing you this connect window here. I'll just unlock my phone, and as you can see, this is connected to the same Wi-Fi network there, right? Um, okay, so to get you started, ensure that you have Charles Debugger installed. We will first open Charles Debugger. It would give you a view like this. This would be the view when you open your Charles Debugger, right? What you need to do from here on is go to Help, click on Local IP address. It gives you an IP address here, 192.168.137.1. This is my IP address, and I also need to figure out what is the port. So I will be clicking on proxy settings. The default port for Charles is 8888. If it is not working for you, or if you think on your machine this port is already being used, you might want to change this port to 8889 or anything else, and then click on OK, right? So we need to use this IP address and port to connect our laptop to our phone in Charles. How do we do that? In phone, and this is the view that is for my phone, I go to Wi-Fi, right? It is connected to Manthan as a network. So I click on modify network. When I long press it, I get the option to modify network, and I click on advanced options here, right? By default, it is set to none, the proxy. I set it to manual and then enter the IP address and port that I saw in Charles here, which is this, which I've already done, right? So all you need to do is type in the IP address that you saw on the Charles. I'll show it once again. That Charles window, it would show you under help local IP address. So you put that IP address and the port which was under proxy settings here, right? Once you click on save your phone, and I just clicked on save, my phone is now connected to Charles. It might give you a pop-up which says that a third-party untrusted connection is trying to make a connection. Charles window might give you a pop-up. That also can be done, right? All you have to do is click on allow. It would then make the connection. Once this is done, I will navigate in my phone to an app, to my test app which I had built uh, for tracking purpose, right? Which would show an Adobe Analytics server call going out. So here is my new app, that is my app which has Adobe Analytics implemented in it. In the subsequent videos, we will see from scratch as to how we can create an app and code Adobe Analytics into it so that it sends the server call. So we will kind of reverse engineer the process. However, for now, the objective is just to ensure that we know how to connect and debug the server calls. So I'll click on my new app. This is some dummy app, so let's not focus on the UI or the functionality of the app. However, when I input something here and select something in the drop down, these are the names of my colleagues back there in Robbie. So I click on the button there, right? As soon as I've clicked on the button, and if I go into my Charles debugger, it will show a server call going out. Assuming that all of you have experience on working with web analytics on Adobe, you will know that cardgage.sc.omtrdc.net is an Adobe Analytics tracking server. Just by reading this, you will understand that this is going out to Adobe. However, if you are not able to figure it out like this, all you need to do is go to sequence and filter it by b/ss as we do on web, right? Once you filter it by this, if you click on one of the server calls, instead of over you click on contents, you will see what all is being sent, right? It says the device name, which is OnePlus 5, the device that I'm using, what are the lifecycle events that are being sent, what is the version of the OS, what is the version of the app, and other details which we will cover in detail during the subsequent videos. Um, what needs to be ensured is that you are able to understand that an Adobe Analytics server call is going out like this, and certain parameters like page name, MID are being populated. This is my test app. However, you might not have a test app. In that case, you could choose any open third-party app which is an Adobe client, right? For example, I know for a fact that Flipkart uses Adobe Analytics, right? That means I should be able to see a server call going out, irrespective of the data. I should be able to see a server call going out for that. I click on this button here, which would clear my current session. Post that, what I do is in my phone, I open the Flipkart app, say Flipkart, and this is just for testing purpose. As soon as I click on Flipkart, a server call goes out on this server, which is on flipkart.dwin.sc.omtrdc.net, right? As you can, if you filter it here, this right here, it will show you that a server call is going out. This again indicates that your phone is now connected and you will know what contents are being sent, right? Here are different parameters that are being sent. Why this is being displayed like this and not the way we were able to see actual data going out is because we do not have SSL certificate installed on phone yet, and that SSL certificate installation is a different process altogether. What needs to be done in that case? How an SSL certificate can be installed for connections which are over HTTPS? As you can see, this is on HTTPS. The app that I showed you before, which was my test app, which was on HTTP, so I was able to see that server call. But because this is secure and we are trying to debug a server call that is going out for Flipkart, of course, we do not have a direct view into what data is being sent. How this can be accomplished, which part needs to be added there, what all needs to be installed on your mobile phone, from where it can be done, all this would be covered in the subsequent videos. For now, all you need to ensure is you are able to do this much. You're able to see a server call going out to Adobe from your phone. This is the prerequisite of all the other sessions that we will be having further. I hope this proves to be helpful. All the best to everybody. Thank you.